When the drama started, we didn't yet grasp why it was called Queen of Tears, but we would soon find out. Because it brought us many emotions, and I can affirm that many of us shed some tears at some point during the series. Which, by the way, could have also been called King of Tears, because what Kim Soo-hyun cried in this story was no joke. But this drama wasn't just about tears, we also had many adorable moments between our lovebirds, who were the most loving divorced couple I've ever seen. We had two families with different cultures and different standards coming together. Hateful villains who got what they deserved. Many plot twists, and a happy ending. It was a drama that I loved very much, and I could barely contain my excitement awaiting each next episode. The incredible performances left their marks, and it has definitely become one of my favorites of the year so far. But I must say that I missed a lot of things, and I brought up in this video for us to discuss because I want to know your opinion. And the main point is that I found the ending too rushed. Personally, I hate dramas that keep adding unnecessary scenes just to fill time, so I wouldn't want to see that kind of stalling, but the protagonists went through the entire drama suffering, facing difficult situations, and we only had at most 20 minutes of happily ever after. Throughout the drama, we saw that they created good memories, had their moments of happiness, but what I'm pointing out is the development of their relationship after the turbulence. An example of this is how the drama emphasized how devastating the loss of their first baby was and how it contributed greatly to their estrangement. So, I was expecting to see the moment they found out about the new pregnancy, their reaction, a bit of the preparation phase, and maybe even the moment of birth. In fact, I even imagined this scene in my head, with Hyunwoo all flustered taking Haein to the hospital, her trying to reassure him in her firm way, and finally, the touching arrival of the baby. It would be a funny and emotional scene too. Another moment that I think it was missing was the two discovering that their connection began when Hyunwoo saved her in the boat accident. It was a point that was highlighted throughout the plot. We see that their parents discover that it was he who saved her, but we didn't have the scene from that moment. And I missed it. It was implied, because of course the parents will tell them, but I wish there had been this scene to see their reaction. And those who follow Korean dramas know that we don't have many scenes of more intense physical contact in these productions. However, it's customary for us to have the traditional last episode kiss, so we were already looking forward to that moment, but it didn't happen. Did anyone else miss the kiss? I also thought we were going to have scenes of a new wedding, maybe even simpler and more reserved than the first one, but now with the families getting along well, showing the unity and happiness among them. And maybe even with the cool aunt catching the bride's bouquet and dreaming of her fourth wedding. And we know that Park Sung-hoon and Lee Mi-suk performed their roles as villains very well. We all hated their characters, but it ended up that the last episode gave too much space to the villains, and I felt that stole a bit of the time we could have had with the couple. Maybe the situation with the villains could have been resolved by the beginning of the last chapter so that we would have had at least almost an entire episode of Happily Ever After. So, I really felt like there were a lot of implied points that could have been explored. But none of what I mentioned earlier affected the final outcome of the drama. The whole story was understandable. It had an ending that allowed for good reflections, and it also brought a positive message that we can take within ourselves, which might be the message many of us needed. That we all go through struggles, through difficult situations, but the important thing is to stay strong and confident, and at this moment, we have to allow ourselves to lean on the people who love us. That way, it becomes easier to find a solution, and before you know it, it's all in the past, and what remains are the good memories with those who are by our side. It was an incredible, highly addictive drama, with captivating characters. It's going to be greatly missed. It's the kind of drama that's worth watching again. Is anyone else already thinking about hitting replay on the series? And now it's your turn. Leave a comment below about what you felt was missing in this ending, or if you wouldn't change anything because it was perfect just the way it ended. And if you enjoy this type of video, don't forget to leave a like so I know and can bring more content like this to the channel. Big hugs, and see you in the next videos.